Now, revisionists are teaching that Thomas Jefferson was the creator and author of the Constitution and its Bill of Rights, but that's just not true. I'm Tim Greenwood, and this is Windows on the Word. Today's revisionist history narratives teach that Thomas Jefferson was the author, creator of the U.S. Constitution and its Bill of Rights. But he was not involved with those documents at all, because he was in Europe serving as the U.S. ambassador during an entire period of time when these documents were being debated and penned and voted on by Congress. And these documents do not bear his signature. However, he was involved with the Declaration of Independence, which does bear his signature. Now, why is this so important? Now, this is very important because leftists, those people that love to revise history with their confusing, fictitious narratives, have propagandized today's school children to the point that they likely will swear to it, that something called the separation of church and state is boldly enshrined right there in the Bill of Rights. And when you show them that it's just not there, they'll be confused, but they'll equally likely swear that, well, surely it's enshrined in the Constitution. But it's not. By the way, no, the Declaration of Independence does not contain the phrase separation of church and state. So where did this false narrative come from? Years after the Constitution and the Bill of Rights became law, the Danbury Baptist Association wrote then President Jefferson about their concerns that the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights might someday be used by the government to establish the Church of England or some other religion used as the official state religion. Now, Jefferson wrote the association back using the phrase that he had recently heard, separation of church and state, to assure them that the Congress was expressly prohibitive from establishing any state religion right there inside of the First Amendment. Now, please note that this letter, it wasn't a law voted upon or enacted by Congress, nor was it an executive order or any type of government document at all of any kind, but just a personal letter attempting to use layman's terminology to put to rest a private group's concerns. Today, revisionist leftists choose to use this fictitious narrative to prohibit prayer or to prohibit worship or to bar religious groups from using government property. When President Jefferson, during the period of time that he wrote that letter to the Danbury Baptist, attended full-fledged church services right there in the rotunda of the U.S. Capitol building. Now, this fact should strengthen his assessment that our Constitution and its Bill of Rights prohibits only the government and not we the people from doing anything. The moment we lose our First Amendment freedoms, we lose them all. For all the revisionist leftist talking points and all the unjust rogue judges' decisions concerning the so-called separation of church and state, this concept, as being spun by our current governments, is being used to twist and abridge and violate our God-given, constitutionally protected First Amendment rights and freedoms. Our freedoms of speech, religion, exercise, assembly, free press, the freedoms of protest and redress of grievances. Now, I've heard it said that the Second Amendment only exists for a time when our First Amendment freedoms are being threatened. Nearly all the once free press has been bought and paid for. And by the way, too many pulpits have also been silenced and compromised out of fear, deception, and ignorance, passivity, and apathy. So who is left to warn we the people? So who is left to lead an uprising? Who is left to shout out the truth and to build up boldness and to teach the ignorant and rebuke apathy and passivity? Okay. Now, if that's you saying, hey, I will, then don't just say something, go do something. Gather disciples, pick a cause, start a movement, and engage the enemy. Hey, thanks for joining us for this video. We can stay connected if you subscribe. You can be notified when the next Windows on the Word video is released. So just click on the subscribe link, click on the like button, and click on the notify bell here on the screen. And please share this video with others.